Hello, what's up and what's happening? Welcome back for yet another retro game of the day, Madden 2007 Superstar Mode, featuring my man Jeffrey Dawkins, middle linebacker. This is Road to the Hall of Fame, man. And in the Hall of Fame, or how you get to the Hall of Fame, is all about legacy. It's all about how people remember you, right? And one thing that I loved about Madden 07 is that the legacy meter was perfect. It can go up and it can go down. Perception is everything. Perception is everything. In the earlier part of the 2000s, nobody could deny, or nobody would argue, as we get a tackle in training camp, nobody could argue really that Tom Brady was probably the best quarterback of the early to mid 2000s. Why? Because he was winning Super Bowls, and then he had that phenomenal year where they went 18-1, had a perfect regular season, set the TD record with 50 touchdowns in one season, the single season TD record, with 50 TDs, threw the ball up to Randy Moss, had Wes Welker in the slot. There was no denying it. And then you kind of lose that great defense. Teddy Bruschi's not there. Vrabel's not there. Willie McGinnis is gone, and all these other guys are gone. Rodney Harrison, Ty Law, and it kind of changed things. And then Randy Moss isn't there. Now Wes Welker's not there, and the offense started to struggle just a little bit. But I think that this is something to our perception of Tom Brady. Now he's getting it back on track. I'm not saying that he sucks. I'm never gonna say that. Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. But when you compare him to somebody else like a Joe Montana or a Peyton Manning, hang on, what up, son? It changes your perspective on things. Like now we could say, okay, maybe he was up there with Joe Montana, but his career's starting to play out a little bit more, and he's not really up there. Maybe he's even below other guys that we say are great quarterbacks. And to go on to what the legacy meter means for Madden 2007, if your team doesn't do well, it's going to affect your legacy. And I love that, because not only do we think that Ray Lewis is probably the greatest middle linebacker of all time, but he played on top 5, top 10 defenses basically his whole career. But it helped that he played with the Rod Woodson. It helped that he played with a Terrell Suggs. It helped that he played with the Ed Reed. Like, we can't deny that fact. It helped that he played with freaking 350 pounders in the defensive line, so the O-line can't really get to him. It helped him. So right here is a perfect example for that. I basically did nothing. I did nothing to affect this play. I'm just racing Robinson to the end zone. He's going to beat me, right? But my legacy meter gets a boost. You see that? We were in the negatives, now we're in the positives. I did nothing, but my defense dominated, right? So if you think about a guy like a London Fletcher never really played on a defense that was great. In fact, the best defense that he played on was the 1999 Rams when they won the Super Bowl. But everybody remembers the greatest show on turf. They remember Isaac Bruce, Kurt Warner, Torrey Holt, Marshall Faulk. They remember the greatest show on turf. But that defense was getting turnover after turnover after turnover. I believe it was the number 1 rated defense as far as points were concerned and as far as getting takeaways. But did he go to the Pro Bowl that year? I don't think so, because matter of fact, he's never been to the Pro Bowl in his whole career, and it's just because the perception was the defenses that he played on weren't that great, even though he was great, in my opinion. He was tops and tackles throughout his whole career. There was really only a handful of middle linebackers that were better than him, but he never got, any Pro Bowl recognition at all, and it's kind of sad. But taking that and then taking that to this game mode, I love it. So you see that we're down by 10. The offense is trying to get something going, but nah, can't do it. So we're back on the field on defense. So you see me, I got the flats, but I'm a smart enough linebacker to see that nobody's in the flats. So I'm gonna drop back, and it don't help. It doesn't help at all. We are struggling. We are straight struggling. Now I'm not even on the field. The offense got a touchdown. It's 24-14. Again, I'm on the bench watching this. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm on the field or if I'm on the bench. The defense still sucks. So this could be a very, 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 very long season. So I'm back out here. Got to get some tackles. Got to get the stats, baby. Got to get some stats. We get a tackle. Look at the legacy. -32. It is bad, man. It is bad. So right here, try to get in on the tackle. Don't do it. Try to just stop my man Priest Holmes. I was in there. I hit the O lineman in the head, because that's what a great middle linebacker does. You take on the block, you shed him, and you try to get a tackle, right? But then right here, Priest Holmes, he hits me with the wiggle sticks, picks up a first down. We get in there on the blitz, and that blitz results in a QB hit, and the QB gets hurt. And again, if you are in on pressures and hurries, it helps out your legacy, which I love. It's like, why can't Madden today be this innovative? It's like a great pass rusher most likely will only get 1 sack a game, average. Because if you look at the whole season, for the whole season, they might average 1 sack per game, but to finish the season with like 16, 17, 18 sacks. But that's only 1 sack per game. But they're always in there hitting the quarterback, applying pressures and all that. And that's what you had in this game. So if I was a pass rusher and I would get hurries, that would help on my legacy. And I know I'm rambling, but I would just wish that Madden 15 was like this. But anyways, it's not. So let's move on. So right here, they get another big pass play. They're going to try. Oh, I had him. Had him in the backfield, and I missed the tackle, and he's going to take it to the crib. But don't worry, I'm going to get my revenge. Bah! What up, son? We done smacked Priest Holmes. Priest Holmes, one of the better running backs in the league, especially this time. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next episode will be week 1 of the 2006-2007 NFL season. But hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day, and I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Hot sauce.